Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Machinima Central podcast number 2. I am PSX, an elite mod from the forums, and with me is Skunk.
I am Skunk Giant. I'm an admin on the forums, and that's it for now. Heroics is out, but later in the podcast we will have a special guest, so stay tuned.
Yes.
Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is some questions that were asked. So, Jim, if you want to ask the questions, and I'll answer them.
Alright. So, the first question is, how can you get your videos uploaded to the channel?
Alright, so the main way to do that is have a good video. If you send it to us, like any other video, once our video page is up, then we'll be uploading videos to the YouTube channel based on how popular they are on the site, as well as how good they are in general.
Yeah. Will this website still be up once the Machinima forums are back up?
Of course, we are a completely different site now, and we did not go through all that just to take them down a month from now, or something like that. I don't know.
And I'm not even sure if they're going to bring the forums back up either. So.
Oh, I think they have said they will, but you never know.
Oh, did they? Okay. What is Machinima Central planning for the forum's future?
Our main plan will be to get more active and become more known. And
In bed.
Yes, in bed as well. And we will be helping people with their machinimas and their problems in bed.
Yeah, and we'll be having some tutorials that we're going to put up soon.
Yes,
so stay
some
tuned for
tutorials that are a little bit more related than Brent's. How to date.
Will there be any other channels, such as Machinima Central Gameplay, Machinima Central Sports, etc.?
Right now, there are no plans at all for that. And, Jim, do you... I think there never will be, because we're not that
Probably
sort
not.
of channel or site.
Yeah, we might if it's something like, for example, a tutorial channel or something like that.
Yeah.
But probably not.
We'll probably just keep it on one channel.
Yeah. What's different about Machinima Central compared to Machinima.com or virtualflix.net?
Well, the difference with Machinima.com is we're only about, well, what we would say real Machinima. So no montages or anything. Like, you can post them in the off-topic section, but prepare to get flamed.
Yeah.
As for VirtualFlix, we are similar to them, but we're more about charity and donations. So donations to us, but also to real charities out there that need money, which is why we have things like every second contest is a charity contest, like I spoke about last week. So, yeah, just little stuff like that.
Yeah. What gave you the idea for the name Machinima Central?
That was actually everyone at the refuge putting their head together. Yeah, so to be honest, I don't think I even had any part in that name.
Is there anyone you plan on adding to the admin teams?
Right now we can't really say. We've already got 4, so it's not a big deal. But yeah, we might.
Any criteria for being a mod?
For being a mod, basically, be active, be well known, I guess. Be not super serious, but serious enough to know when to ban and when it's not funny to randomly lock a thread for no reason.
And don't be a douchebag, of course.
Yep.
Will this be the permanent style of the podcast, or will it change from video to video, such as in-game podcasts or Machinima styled?
We haven't really talked about that, and Jim, you'll agree with me here that we probably should change the format every now and then for variety, because listening to us drone on and on with random pictures in the background does get boring after a while.
Yes, it does. Is the video of the week going to be featured, or will the full video be shown in the podcast?
The video of the week will probably have an excerpt from it, and then link it in the description of the podcast.
How long should we expect the other podcasts to be in length?
Um, it varies. Don't try and guess how long it'll be because it'll always change.
How are we going to attract outsiders to the forum?
You, you will do
I see.
kind stuff, and when I say you, I don't mean Jim. I mean everyone
Yeah.
and Jim. So yeah, just bring people, and yeah, that's the end.
So yeah.
All right. So the next thing to get to is the contest extension. I've spoken to Exodon, who had the first and only entry in recently, and he's
Actually, what's his name?
yeah,
A space ostrich.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
he
I
just
mean
put one up.
recently, like in the beginning, he was the only person to
Oh,
actually get it in
I see.
before the extension, and he's fine for another
Yeah.
extension because we know some others are still working on it. So yeah, that's contest news. And now to Jim for the game night.
Yes, we are having the first game night ever. It will be on Xbox 360. It's going to be Sunday, March 6th, which is tomorrow, if you're listening to it while we record this type thing. It will be at 1 p.m. Eastern, which is 6 p.m. GMT, if you want to go from there. Their games will be Black Ops and Reach. We will play Black Ops first, and then 2 hours after it starts, which will be 3 p.m. Eastern, we'll start Reach. All you have to do is go to the official thread, push your gamer tag, and then I'll add you to the list. And yeah, it'll be a lot of fun, hopefully, and not lame.
So, we have our special guest now, like I mentioned earlier in the podcast. So, everyone give a round of applause to Sheep.
Clap, clap, clap.
Yay!
So,
Welcome.
yeah, so Sheep was on the Machinima.com forums. Some of you may remember him from there. He just recently joined Machinima Central, and he's got 2 projects that he's going to tell us about in this interview that are hopefully going to come out soon.
Yeah.
So, that brings us to the first question. Any idea of an estimate on when half of a Halo will come out?
I'm gonna give you one sentence. It'll be done when it's done. I'm just saying that we're gonna have. I'm having a bit of a technical issue, but we're definitely gonna go over that.
All right.
So, so basically Half-Life 2 Episode 3 time frame then.
Well, you could sort of think of that. but-
Within the next 10 years. Within the next
Okay.
10 years, I think is fair to say. So, the next question. Shocked and Dropped. You recently just mentioned it on the forums, but you said that you would reveal more in this podcast. So, what exactly is Shocked and Dropped about?
Well, it's about a squad of ODSTs that are tasked to hunt down elite, like a leader or whatnot, and basically the elite always somehow manages to outsmart the ODSTs, like in a roadrunner fashion. And it's gonna be comedy. It's gonna be a sort of, you would sort of compare it to Predator at times, because it would be sort of intense at some times, and then it would be at the end it would be kind of funny.
So, almost like a parody of Predator, but with completely
Way,
different...
yes,
Yeah,
in a way.
the style, I guess. So, Jim, any questions you want to ask?
So how was your time at Machinima.com?
I loved it. It was awesome.
I see.
Well, I hated it when like they took down the site and they don't seem to make like any interest in actually getting it back up.
Or real Machinima.
I think they've said they'll be bringing it back, but who knows?
Mhm.
So, anything else, Jim, that you want to ask?